I may not always know what to do, but I definitely know what not to do. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am alcoholic. Today, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I could not be any more grateful. If you haven't already noticed, Deb is back in the Recovery Classroom sharing her experience, strength, and hope. She cut her monologue this morning, and she did a great job. She talked about the topic that Drina talked about just the other day. And so, Deb, welcome back to the Recovery Classroom. Welcome back to the morning monologues. We are glad to see you back here. Joey told me to say that, by the way. Paid me. No, I'm joking. I'm totally fibbing. He didn't. That was just a joke, and I'm probably going to get my ass beat, but that's okay. I want to talk today about a topic that comes up a lot with folks, especially newcomers. You know, what not to do. You're going to face situations and circumstances and events in your life where you do not know what to do. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have good situations and bad situations. And in those bad situations, during those bad times, if you will, you're just not going to know what to do. And that's fair. Matter of fact, I think those periods are necessary because it forces us to rely upon a power that's greater than you and me. But I do know this. I may not know what to do in those bad situations, in those bad moments, but I definitely know what not to do. And what I don't need to be doing is putting a drink in me. What you may not need to be doing is putting a drug in you. Because all that's going to do is make the situation worse. I have an entire history, a whole Encyclopedia Britannica of evidence supporting the claim that every time I put that first drink in me, I always take a bad situation and make it worse. I have years of proving that to be true. And if we look back over our active use history, we will see damn near every time we felt a bad emotion, a negative emotion, or we were confronted with a situation we just didn't want to deal with, we would drink, we would use. And we were doing that to suppress those emotions, to suppress and mitigate that feeling of anxiety and depression. We were trying to hide from experiencing those emotions that we didn't want to experience. Hell, I remember trying to really hide from experiencing some good emotions too. I just wanted to celebrate. I'd always use the excuse, something good would happen, I'd use the excuse, well, hey, I'm just here to celebrate. Something bad would happen, I'd use the excuse of, hey, I just want to drink. That's our addictive brain. It's important that whenever we do experience those moments in our sobriety, which will come, by the way, it's important when we do experience those moments, we don't allow our thoughts to start going back and say, you know what, I just wish I didn't have to deal with this right now. I wish I didn't have to experience and feel this emotion today. I wish I could just feel this over here. We don't get to pick and choose which emotions we're going to feel. We just don't. It's unfortunate. I myself am not immune to this, but when we get clean and sober, we get clean and sober not to just experience the good times, but to also learn how to cope with the moments we don't want to cope with, to learn how to cope with those bad times too. And that's the challenge. When I came into the rooms, no one, and I thank God for this, no one ever told me that my life was going to be perfect. No one ever told me that I was only going to have good times for the rest of my life. They never told me that. Matter of fact, my first sponsor told me, he said, chances are, your life's going to get worse. And he was right in some cases. Getting sober, what it did do for me, it has allowed me to learn and to exercise these skills that I've learned and I've acquired on how to cope with feeling the good times and the bad times as well. Just this morning, I woke up this morning, and again, I am not immune to this. I woke up this morning and my day was not starting off very good at all. I was just in a bad place in my head. I was not in a good place at all. And as I'm driving down the road, lo and behold, I get a phone call from Deb who says, hey, I'm back. After I made a few jokes about her eye, she told me to go fuck off, and that's fine. She's allowed to do that. But she knows nothing about this, matter of fact. I never said anything to her. I was having a bad day. But what happened was I got a phone call from her, from another alcoholic, from another drug addict, who started helping to lift me up and lift my spirits up. I don't know what to do in all situations, but I know what I don't need to be doing, which is putting one in me. Deb reminded me of that this morning. And again, Deb has no idea. This is probably the first time Deb's hearing of this because I never said a word to her. I needed that interaction with a like-minded individual. And that's why we're always encouraging you to find a room, find a fellowship, a group of like-minded individuals to start associating with so you can get that early morning phone call to hopefully turn your day around too. With that being said, I am out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.